Yeah, Grand Rapids holds that title of Beer City USA, but beer is just the start of the wide variety of craft beverages made in the Mitten.
Yeah, you've also got wine, mead, cider, or cider.
Yeah.
Or cedar. Spirits.
Depends on how much you've had.
All made with love by the locals. There's a new brand that's going to celebrate and elevate all of our state's diverse beverage industry. It's called Michigan Crafted. Janelle is the director of the Michigan Craft Beverage Council. John, well, you might know him from Long Road Distillers. Thanks for being here, John and Janelle. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. Michigan Crafted. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
What's the end goal here?
The end goal of Michigan Crafted is to help create a brand awareness that we do it all here in Michigan. We go from growing the rye, the corn, the wine grapes, the apples, to taking that into production into these lovely craft beverages. And there are not a lot of states in our country that can produce and grow high quality wine, cider, spirits, and beer here in the state.
We do it all.
We do it all. And so this is really celebratory, and we want to make sure that everybody is supporting local business.
Right, and that all of these, different companies and entrepreneurs are all supporting each other. I mean, I think that's cool to bring everyone together for more of the common goal, right? Let's talk about that and what it's like, John, you play well in the sandbox with others, right? So what it's like to work with other, people who are doing the same thing you are.
I think that's part of the greatness of being in Michigan is that we have people who want to support their favorite local distillery or winery or brewery, and they exist in big towns like Grand Rapids and Detroit, and they're on dirt roads in northern Michigan too, and so everyone has something in their town that they're a fan of that they have some attachment to it, and most all of those people use Michigan grown grains and fruits in their products, and so it's important that people champion and celebrate those brands that are in this state if they want to see them continue to thrive.
I like championing the brand. I like that term.
Mm-hmm.
I like to say another way of putting it is to crush some of these drinks that are on the table, because supporting that's how we do it. Mm-hmm. We go to the stores and we buy. Look at the wide array of different types of beverages that you've brought. Everything from espresso martinis to whiskey sours. You really do run the whole gamut.
Yeah, and I think we partner with each other across industries too. Like we work with, there's apple brandy on the table that I worked with a local cider maker who fermented the apple juice, and then we turned that into a distilled product. You mentioned the espresso martini. We work with a local coffee roaster and Madcap to partner on those things. So I think there's a lot of cross-industry collaboration that happens in Michigan too. That even if you look at distilled spirits in Michigan, we only make up 3% of the market as craft spirits for all the liquor that gets sold in the state of Michigan. So we're not here to fight with each other. There's a lot of headroom for all of us to be successful and win, as long as you put out a quality product and you do it with integrity and honesty.
I'm kind of mad.
Well, I think it's when you talk about winning, it's also so many other people win at the same time. Let's talk about the economic impact that all of these industries bring, because they're not just people just buying the booze. They're going on wine tours. They're doing different things. They're planning their trips around. Some of these are destinations for people.
Absolutely.
What kind of impact is that having?
Yeah, you cannot talk about the craft beverage industry without talking about tourism and its importance to the tourism economy. And we know that the wine, beer, spirits, and cider are contributing $7.3 billion to our state's economy and have great impact on that tourism and the tourism dollars. You mentioned, yes, they're going to stay in a hotel. There are a lot of things that we'll do with our tourism, but even if you're planning to go hiking or you're traveling to a destination to go paddling or whatever, you are going to go somewhere for dinner.
Yeah.
And most often you're going to go somewhere that's a memorable experience that is representative of that region. You're going to go to that local brew pub or the local winery or the local distillery, because that is a part of the memory making. So we have a lot to celebrate in Michigan around that.
100%. I mean, if you're going to be local, stay true to local. And I was just saying earlier, I was a little angry about the 3% number. That number is way too low. Mm-hmm. There's only 3% of sold in Michigan is craft. And look at the amazing products that you have. I mean, what's coming down the pipe? What should I be looking for this summer, John? Any sneak peeks?
We've really leaned heavy into the ready-to-drink canned cocktails using spirits as the base. That's the fastest growing category in adult beverage. Okay. And so, I think during COVID, people thought they wanted to be a mixologist at home, and they realized that's hard. So the idea that now you can get a bar quality cocktail in a can, that you can go to the lake, or you can get on a boat, you can hop in a canoe, you can be on your deck on a hot 95-degree Saturday.
With that COVID COVID sourdough bread that you learned to make. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
But you can have that same experience. So we've really been leaning into those flavors and putting, cocktail bar quality stuff in a can that you can just crack and enjoy wherever you might be enjoying Michigan.
Well, and your website's a one-stop of events, different, and showcasing all of the different things happening across the state. So it's a great place for a resource for people to go find what's happening and where they're going, right?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, micrafted.com. And what we're looking for is for the public to come see us as a resource. Make sure that you know that if you're looking for a craft beverage experience, we want you to sample responsibly. We want you to understand the story from the vine to the glass, what have you, and meet the makers and just have a great time.
That's exactly what I'm about. Meet the makers. I love that. Keep it in Michigan. micrafted.com. That's the first place you should go. You're looking for a craft cocktail? That's first stop. micrafted.com. And don't forget to follow them on social media as well. Janelle, John, thank you so much for the time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.